But I do have a few things to say about the Mae Young Classic, which started taping yesterday, I believe, from Full Sail University. Now, I'm not going out of my way to check out spoilers. I'd rather not know. I have a decent idea of who might win this thing, but honestly, it could very well go many a different way. I mean, you look at all the competitors they have confirmed for this year's Classic between Madison Rayne, who got added last Monday, which I did not have the opportunity to talk about here in the show last week, but I'll talk about them momentarily. Madison Rayne, a number of competitors from Japan, Iro Shirai. You have Deonna Purrazzo. You have Allison Kay, the former Sienna from Impact. You have MJ Jenkins from fucking Impact Wrestling. You have a lot of different competitors from a lot of different backgrounds. The former Caitlyn from WWE, the former Divas champion Caitlyn, is coming back for the Mae Young Classic, so very exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Kicked off yesterday. The announcement that came out via ESPN on Tuesday, or rather on Wednesday, I should say, of this past week, said that the show will begin airing on September 5th, and that'll take us all the way through the Evolution pay-per-view in late October, which is where the finals will be held live at the pay-per-view, which is cool. And the commentary team for the Mae Young Classic this year, last year it was Jim Ross and Lita. They weren't very good. They weren't terrible, but they weren't very good. Jim Ross, I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with him nowadays, because his commentary in New Japan is not as great as you think it would be. Like, oh, Jim Ross in New Japan, what a combo. Like, that's awesome. I mean, he was good for that Wrestle Kingdom show I watched, the full Wrestle Kingdom show I watched back in 2015. But beyond that, the guy really has not been lighting the world on fire. It sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about, in that he just doesn't watch the product. He's not very good, him and Josh Barnett. I would say that Don Callis and Kevin Kelly are a much better duo on commentary, for the English commentary anyway. So check out their stuff. But anyway, so Lita was also not very good. Lita was not cut out for commentary. I'll tell you that right now. So they got cut out. The initial rumor was that Mauro Ranallo would be on commentary. He's not doing the commentary, apparently. It's going to be Michael Cole, Beth Phoenix, and Renee Young, which is not a bad combo. But if you have the option between Michael Cole and Mauro Ranallo, why the fuck wouldn't you go with Mauro Ranallo? Now, Mauro Ranallo is doing the bracketology special they do for all the tournaments on the network, which is cool. But come on, what a waste. I mean, you have Mauro Ranallo ready to call the action. He would do a much better job of making the matches seem and sound more important. Michael Cole's not bad. He can be right. He can be great in the right environment, like the first UK tourney a few years ago. Him and Nigel McGuinness were a great combination on commentary. But I don't know. I feel like if you have the option between Michael Cole and Mauro Ranallo, I would absolutely 110% go with Mauro Ranallo. But that's just me. Nonetheless, though, they will be calling the action for the 2018 Mae Young Classic. Beth Phoenix, Renee Young, and Michael Cole. Renee Young has not been on commentary since 5 years ago in NXT. She didn't do a bad job then. She's just cut out for being an announcer and like an interviewer rather than like a commentator. We'll see how she does. I actually just met Renee Young for the first time at a Northeast Wrestling show on Friday, which I had a fun time at. The show itself was fine. It wasn't one of the best NEW shows I've ever been to, but I had the chance to meet Renee Young, Billy Gunn for the first time. Also got to see Rey Mysterio again, the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Flip Gordon was there, Jack Swagger was there, The Kingdom was there. Pretty star-studded event, so real cool to be at that show. But anyway, yeah, Beth Phoenix was fine during the Mixed Match Challenge a couple months back, so I'm sure she'll do fine in this environment as well. But yeah, Madison Rayne also added to the Mae Young Classic, which is great. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, Madison Rayne, picking up a lot of success in Impact Wrestling over the years. A former multi-time Knockouts champion. The cool thing about Madison Rayne is that she just competed for the Knockouts championship at Slammiversary, lost to Sue Young. Then, I think that same weekend, maybe the day before, she competed for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Sumi Sakai. Lost that. That was not a televised show. That was maybe a house show for Honor Club or whatever. She competed for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, then the Knockouts Championship from Impact, and now she's in the WWE Mae Young Classic, which is awesome. Madison Rayne, Mae Young too. Madison Rayne, great competitor. A long time coming, very deserving of this opportunity. I know she competed for a tryout for the WWE late last year. Nothing came of it. So it's cool to see her in that environment, see her competing amongst the elite in women's wrestling right now. The only name I'm kind of shocked that was not confirmed for the tourney, you have all these former Ring of Honor women, Impact women. Very surprised that Chelsea Green, the former Laurel Van Ness from Impact, the former Knockouts Women's Champion, is not in the Mae Young Classic. Now, I know she was in a recent tryout. Maybe they just might sign her outright. But I was kind of surprised by that because she is an up-and-coming star in the world of wrestling right now, and I don't think she's heard back, she said. I mean, if you don't make it, they're not going to call you and tell you no. I mean, in some cases they might. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I'm surprised that she's not a part of this thing. But maybe down the road she will get involved with NXT. I mean, I said the same thing about Deonna Purrazzo last year. Why isn't she in the Mae Young Classic? And here we are. She's not only in the Mae Young Classic, she's also signed to WWE. So maybe the same can be said for Chelsea Green, a.k.a. Laurel Van Ness, down the road. But yeah, Mae Young Classic looking great, loaded, locked and loaded. I'm excited for it, premiering on the network, I believe, on September 5th in just a few short weeks. And it will be a weekly show. It's not what they did last year where they put up like 4 episodes at once a week, which was fine, but I like the format of doing it by, like each week, every Wednesday. I think it's airing after NXT a lot like the Cruiserweight Classic, which is great. So I'm looking forward to that. And as I had said, the finals will be held at the Evolution pay-per-view in late October in about 2.5 months in Long Island, I'm pretty sure it is. So looking forward to that. The Mae Young Classic looking awesome on paper. Last year's was great. A lot of people slept on it because of the format and how it wasn't airing weekly and all that other stuff. But this year's looks fantastic, and I cannot wait for it.